In today's video, getting rid of man boobs, diet, training, cardio, what do you need to do? Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Rebella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I want to explain exactly how we get rid of the man boobs. So I had a question come in from my Instagram direct message, which I'll put on the screen here. So thank you guys for continuing to send me such great questions. It really, it's something that I love to do is giving you the information on how I've helped thousands of people reach their physique goals as a coach, as an educator. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, well, that makes my day. And what we'll do today is we'll discuss the question that I got. So I'm gonna put the question on the screen right here for you. And actually I ended up having a conversation. Let's scoot over and I'll put the question here. I replied to this gentleman and we had a little bit of a discussion about his weight and his look, and he asked me not to share his picture, so I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to understand what his definition of man boobs was, because we all have a personal experience when it comes to fitness, and so I never want to assume something. So when someone says to me, hey, how do I get shredded? How do I get I want to know what their definition of shredded is, right? That's what's important. So he sent me some pictures, and I thought, wow, you actually has an excessive amount of chest fat. But he also explained to me he was about 5'9" tall, and he had dieted down several times to around 200 pounds and still never got the chest fat off. So I want to talk about a few things. One, let's talk about the medical reasons why this might be. Although body fat is kind of stored, however it's going to be stored based on your predetermined genetics that make you you, well, there are some issues that could arise, such as very low testosterone, that could make chest fat more prominent. So if you're concerned about that, the first step is to go to your doctor, get some blood work done. But if you don't want to do that, this is what I would suggest, because although people nowadays with hormone replacement therapy becoming a very common thing, and for good reason, there's certainly some very valid reasons to do it. What people fail to realize is that through a healthy lifestyle of, eating well, treating yourself well, and, getting in the gym and lifting hard or whatever exercise you want to exert, making sure your sleep is very good, stress is managed, you can rapidly improve body composition, testosterone, all hormones, okay? Our bodies have a natural homeostasis that is healthy. HRT is hormone therapy. If you fix the hormones, it can possibly help you reach your goals, but understand that you haven't fixed the problems that got you to the place where you needed hormone therapy, right? Unless you have a undiagnosed medical condition, most people have terrible hormones because of their lifestyle, right? So if you fix the lifestyle, guess what follows suit? The hormones. That's right. And so I think this is where people often ask me, like, are you on HRT or TRT? And I understand that it's such a common thing now, but hell no, I don't need it. I'm 45 years old. I'm still getting stronger. I still feel great. And I don't want to start something that I have to continue doing forever, okay? Sorry, that was a rant that wasn't necessary for this video. Okay, so outside of the medical realm, what is the reason? So really, it just comes down to body fat. And for all of us, there are these stubborn body fat areas. And I understand that if you have some excessive body fat on your chest, you really don't want to take your shirt off, so you hate it. Well, guess what? When I have excessive body fat, it resides right back here. Oh, I call it the love flanks, right? No one loves the love flanks. But I'm conscious of it when I'm wearing board shorts because it kind of sticks out over the back. I'm sure my friend with the chest fat would trade me in a second. But that's just the thing. Wherever your stubborn areas are, that's what you're going to focus on. So ultimately, for you that's gotten down to 200 pounds at 5'9", when I think of natural bodybuilders that I'm friends with, some of the really good natural bodybuilders, their stage weight, now this is stage weight, is in the 160s. So where do you have to get this chest fat off? Well, you're probably going to look in somewhere in the 180s, right? Maybe low 180s, maybe even 170s before that starts to come off. So if I can find some pictures, I'll show you. When I was at my heaviest, 240, 250, and I'm 6'3" for you guys, and before you get excited about me being 240 or 250, I didn't like the way I looked at that weight. I fit great in my double extra large t-shirts and my moon face, but I had a lot of fat covering my pecs, and it's something that I didn't even realize that I had until I dieted down and got shredded. So I'll try to put in some video clips here or some pictures of me being a little heavier, because there's actually a place where a little bit of body fat looks good on the chest. Like the pecs with a little bit of body fat on them are fuller, right? When I diet down and get shredded, and I'll show you here what that looks like, that shredded look with a shirt on looks terrible. I look like I have no pecs. I look like I don't even lift. I just look like a sick patient, right? And so understanding that that level of getting shredded is how I even get that chest fat off, because even at a normal body fat percentage, I have a healthy amount of fat on my chest. I just happen to like the way it looks, right? It just resides very nicely on my chest. But for you, two things you gotta do is get the body fat lower. But outside of that, you need to get in here, okay? And it doesn't sound like you're afraid to do that, but building up some large pec muscles, you can build up muscle and actually displace the fat a little bit, right? So if you have a large amount, what you can do is really focus on building the full chest wall, right? Focus on doing flies, some incline, some flat, some decline, really developing the full pectoral muscle. That way when you lose the fat, you still have the shape there, and you'll be more excited to take your shirt off at the beach. But ultimately, what's gonna determine your success is going to be getting that body fat percentage lower. So for the people that are listening to this that are like, great, Paul, I've heard this story 1,000 times, diet down. Every time I diet down to this weight, I get stuck. But this is the problem. When you get stuck is the problem. I understand that everyone's going to hit a sticking point. How you respond is going to determine if you're going to succeed or not. Competitors, when they hit a sticking point, how do they respond? They get through it. They push through it, they adjust their calories, their cardio. Why? Because that goal is that important. They know they're going to be getting on stage. Another approach that I take with my clients is actually taking our foot off the gas. I've had a client, many clients, you know, and the one that I'm thinking of is Garrett, who went from 300 pounds to 200 pounds, but we did it over the course of 2 years, right? We dieted down, lost 40 or 50 pounds, maintained for a while, brought food back up gradually, dieted down another little bit, right? So it doesn't necessarily always have to be in one shot, but if you bring your food up, and if you haven't watched my videos on a diet break or on reverse dieting, essentially you bring your calories up to maintenance. Now your maintenance is adjusted from when you started dieting, but those maintenance calories are gonna allow you to feel better, allow you to continue maintaining that weight, continue to train, and you can walk your calories up, because remember, our bodies have a homeostasis. Our bodies don't like to have tons of excess body fat. However, to get the excess body fat off, you have to dig deep. Once you've done that, your body is interested in getting that body fat back on. I know it's evil. The statistics of people that have been very overweight and lost weight, gaining the weight back is very, very high. But the reason is the methods that they use. If you stay consistent, gradually bring your food up, you can end up eating more food than you were even when you were heavier, right? And maintaining a lower body composition, all right? It's always gonna require dedication to your training, to your diet, to your sleep, to your recovery, all these things, but don't give up just because you hit a plateau and you feel like, well, this is what happens to me every time. That mindset is not gonna serve you well. And this is why competing in a bodybuilding show, I always say this, the people that do the transformation challenge, it changes your life. When you realize that you can just push through something and get it done, it bleeds into all the areas of your life. And here goes Paul with another rant about why bodybuilding has been so, such a blessing in my life. But that's it, guys. Getting chest fat off. Go see your doctor, make sure your hormones are in a good place. If they're not in a good place, try fixing your lifestyle. If you fix your lifestyle and they're still not in a good place, maybe there's a treatment for you, but I would urge you to look for a treatment that's not for the rest of your life, okay? My only problem with therapy is if therapy allows you to have success despite doing the work that it takes to get the results, right? Don't take the shortcut. Yes, there are medical reasons for hormone therapy and all kinds of therapies, but if you just do the therapy without doing the work, it's not gonna last. All right, guys, hope you're having a great Monday. I'll talk to you tomorrow.